You are not confused, you're just not being intentional. Your destiny won't happen by chance. It demands clarity, structure, and discipline. Hello, my intentional tribers. In today's video, I break down how to move from distraction to intention so you don't miss the life you were born to live. So let me start by saying, no one fulfills destiny by accident. You won't stumble into your dream life. You won't magically arrive at impact, influence, or legacy. It requires intention, daily, conscious, structured living. If you want to unlock your destiny, you must live with ruthless clarity and uncompromising intention. You cannot drift into greatness. You must first design it. Just like many people, I used to think being a good person was just enough. That if I worked hard, prayed harder, and stayed positive, everything would just align magically. But I learned the hard way. Life does not reward good intentions. It rewards intentional living. I wasted years being busy, but not on purpose. I was showing up, but not aligned. I jumped at every opportunity that felt like an open door, only to realize I was going around in circles. Then I discovered intentional living, and everything shifted. I became more focused. I started saying no to noise. I was able to discover my purpose. I built an economy around my purpose with structure and systems. Now I live with clarity, and that clarity brings peace and progress. One thing I have discovered is, for any area of your life to work, it requires intention. And for any area of your life not to work, all it requires is neglect. You don't have to do anything. It will just naturally tend towards default. And again, one common denominator amongst successful people is they hyper-focus on intention and ignore distraction, while unsuccessful people focus on distraction and ignore intention. And I'll talk more on this later. I don't know if you have heard me say the definition of intentional living on this channel. That's my definition, the one I coined. But either ways, I will still say it. I define intentional living as an act of doing life on purpose from a place of knowing and understanding. Because many people know, but very few understand. And what separates those that achieve results and those that don't is the understanding. So you cannot just do life from a place of knowing. You have to do life from a place of understanding, because that is the only way you can truly live the life of your dreams. Like I always say to people, it's one thing to know, but it's another thing to understand. And what makes life more worth living is when you live it from a place of knowing and understanding. So you know everything that is happening and you understand to the core. So you're not just drifting, you understand every phase of your life because you are being intentional about it. It's quite unfortunate that most people are just drifting through life, but they think they are living. But I don't want you to be like most people, and that is why I show up on your screen to encourage you to live intentionally every day. Because when each and every one of us decides to live intentionally, the world will be a better place, because we are no longer living clueless, but we are living from a place of design. So let me share with you these simple steps that would help you step into your destiny intentionally. So the first step you need to do is to clarify your direction. You can't live intentionally if you don't know where you're going. You can't step into destiny if you're not clear on what it looks like. Many people don't even know where they are going. They're just doing life on vibes. I always liken intentional living to Google Map. So if you don't set your desired destination on Google Map, how do you expect it to take you to that destination? That's just the same way intentional living is. If you don't set your desired destination, there is no way you can arrive at that destination. So ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming? What does fulfillment looks like for me? And not what the society says or not what trend says, but what does fulfillment truly looks like for you? You need to get really honest, write it down and make it very plain. So let me use myself as an example. Fulfillment for me is when I see people step into the fullness of who they are, when they do life on purpose and become the very best version of themselves. So it itches me when I see people live below potential, when I see so many glorious destinies not being activated, all because of lack of awareness. So the next thing you need to do is to cut out the distractions. Every distraction is a destiny thief, and distraction is any person, place or thing that pulls any thread of attention away from your goal. So you need to start identifying people that drain your focus habits that waste your time, and patterns that keep you busy but not fulfilled. And just so you know, you won't make room for destiny if your life is packed with distractions. And for you to fully live intentionally, it requires you to cut out all distractions. That's the cost you have to pay by living intentionally. So the next thing you need to do is to build aligned systems. Intention is not just about vibes on vibes, it's about living with structure. So you need to set daily non-negotiables that feed your purpose. You need to use planners, trackers, or accountability systems. You need to rehearse your why daily. Let your actions reflect your destiny. And why you need to put systems in place is because you don't rise to the level of your desires, you rise to the level of your systems. So let me leave you with this. You were born for greatness. But destiny doesn't chase people. It waits for those who are willing to rise to it. And it requires just one thing: intention. So today I challenge you, get intentional with your time, get intentional with your energy, get intentional with your destiny, get intentional with your future. And you can take a step further by joining the Intentional Living Challenge starting first week in August. This challenge is for you if you're tired of doing life on default mode. This challenge is for you if you're tired of trial and error. This challenge is for you if you want to rebuild your life from purpose, live intentionally, and earn from your own economy. So the essence of this challenge is to help you stop drifting through life and help you start building from purpose, just so you can create an economy around your purpose. So you don't have to guess your way through life anymore. You can design it, decide it, and walk in it boldly and intentionally. Just a little reminder, your destiny is waiting for you to unlock it, but it won't wait forever. So you can sign up for the challenge on intentionallivingtribe.com or drop challenge in the comment section and I'll send you a link to sign up. If you found this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comment section, share with another intentional soul. Most importantly, subscribe. You don't want to miss the old juice on purpose, wealth, and intentional living. And don't forget to always stay intentional with your actions, and I'll see you in the next video.